Well, hello people, welcome to the next Senpai. These are specific recommendations for new isekai and fantasy anime released in spring 2025. We have selected stories centered on main characters who gain overwhelming power through blessings from the gods. Some of them also gain their powers after embarking on a magical journey in an alternate world. It's a journey that pushes the limits of human endurance, with challenges filled with sword fights, magical explosions, or unexpected attacks from mythical creatures. Keeping watching this video and stay awesome. Let's go! It tells the story of a survival group in a remote area called Guardian Bearers, who have been fighting for long relentless warfare against demi-human creatures that intend to take over the territory's power and natural resources. One of the fighters is Kai, a young man from the common people who spends his days fighting to protect his village. Something strange happens over and over again, when Kai is trapped in a trajectory of memories and experiences that are difficult to explain in his current life. In his near-death condition, Kai manages to convert various new abilities that lead him into deeper temptations. His visions of a world with advanced technology and new knowledge of life beyond this world give him a new perspective and understanding of the unfair rules that are set to govern the world around him. This show has the same vibes with Bye Bye Earth anime series, where the main protagonist finds his true identity, has been lost in memories, and seeks justice in a vast world full of magic, mystery, and ambition that ends in bloodshed. It is a suspenseful fantasy action journey of an adult protagonist trying to pursue his delayed childhood dream. The anime has caught the attention of many people with its incredible fight choreography in manga format. It begins with the story of Beryl Gardinant, a former swordmaster who now lives a simple life as an instructor in a remote village and considers himself a useless old man. However, his quiet life changed when his famous former pupil visited him with the shocking news that Beryl had been appointed special instructor for the Knights of the Liberian Order. On this journey, Beryl reunites with some of his former students who had a higher reputation than their master. Beryl must face this new challenge and dedicate his position as a teacher and master swordsman. A turning point that surprises everyone is the humble adult protagonist who fosters his potential in the sword fighting that he has honed for several years. This anime has a similar vibe to Trapped in Dating Simulator, by combining mecha action and the genius main character who uses cunning persona and unexpected strategies to get the ambition he wants to achieve. I am quite amazed by the depth of emotion in this anime, which gives more time to the introduction of the previous life of the main character, with his touching story as an employee at Black Company who was treated badly by his boss and ended up being betrayed by his own wife. Reborn into the family of the corrupt imperial rulers of the vast interstellar empire, he has had a bitter experience that makes him always suspicious of those who are fond of intimidation and violence. So this time, he decides to take what he wants and live for himself by setting out on his path to becoming the evil lord of an intergalactic empire. Despite having tried his best to become a tyrannical ruler, Liam's decision was the opposite of what he had hoped for, other than the peace and prosperity that would benefit the empire under his power. With all due respect to him, many people can say he is the best arrogant hero. A red-haired girl with extraordinary gorilla strength. At first glance, this anime main protagonist reminds me of Saria from the Fruit Evolution anime series. A unique fact that should be appreciated is the announcement of the anime series, which was deliberately scheduled for September 24th, which celebrates World Gorilla Day. It starts with the story of a blessing ceremony from the Town Academy, where other students who has hit adolescence receive blessings from an assortment of animal gods. Sophia Reeler, the daughter of a low-ranking noble with a penchant for shyness, receives an unexpected blessing from the gorilla god, a rare blessing with extraordinary combat power who almost never blesses anybody. Her peace and tranquility vanished when the uncontrolled gorilla god's power distracted Sophia's life, but it attracted the attention of the royal court. Even though she tried to hide and pretend to be weak, Sophia's power, always outstanding in every move, made her even more prominent than other people. Witch Watch is a new anime adaptation of the work of the creator of Astra Lost in Space and Sket Dance, which offers a unique combination of romantic comedy and fantasy elements. This anime introduces us to Nico Wakatsuki, a young witch who has just completed her 6-year training in a magic academy. As a new witch, she must choose a familiar to accompany her ways, the familiar is usually embodied as an animal or a unique monster. But Nico decides to choose her childhood friend Morihito as her familiar. With the promise of a magic enchantment to protect many people, they decided to spend time together, live under one roof, and watch out for each other. While Nico is delighted living with his crush, Morihito sees the situation as more of a problem than a solution, and the magical antics often disrupt his daily life. When an unexpected disaster threatened to befall Nico, Morihito tried to protect her with the enormous physical strength hidden behind an ordinary human body, and carried out his duties as her familiar. Follow the story of Kurt Rockhands, a kind-hearted young man who works as a low-class porter in the famous Adventure Heroes party. Due to the party's growing reputation, they became arrogant and kicked Kurt out for being considered useless, with his aptitude for all combat-related skills is the lowest rank. However, unbeknownst to others, he had an extraordinary talent for various non-combat skills, such as cooking, building, digging, and making magic tools, where every skill had to be calculated, rating shown in the top-notch level. His abilities allowed him to complete odd jobs with amazing results in a short amount of time, as well as exuding a magical aura that strengthened everything he touched. After meeting Ulicia, a former royal servant who is now the owner of the mine, Kurt helps her overcome her problems with his agility and craftsmanship. Ulicia is also beginning to be impressed by his extraordinary abilities and develops a secret crush on him. In the course of events, Kurt unlocks his true potential as a Tellier master and accidentally saves the people of the city and even the country through his unconscious actions. There may already be many mainstream fantasy anime with a similar concept, reincarnating from the strongest entity and making the goal to live life peacefully. Regardless of all that, this anime attraction is that adaptation from the popularity of the web manga has garnered a lot of attention from international audiences and is supported by the growing enthusiasm for manhwa lovers. This story starts with the legendary story of King Gray, who lost everything, followed by a mysterious and unexpected death. But he is reborn as Arthur Lewin and lives on a vibrant magical continent called Dicathan, where magic and fantastic creatures gather. As the son of two retired adventurers who are experts in magic, he begins to find a purpose in life, something he did not have in his previous life. But Arthur's birth into this world had a greater purpose. His peaceful life was slowly taken away by the God Clan, who wanted to rule the world. Arthur tries to atone for his past mistakes by utilizing his knowledge and experience as the undefeated mighty king, make wise decisions, and resolve complex issues in the new world. Before reaching the climax this time, we will try to add an honorable mention to the fantasy anime that will also air in spring 2025. The first is The All-Devouring Whale, Homecoming, one of the donghua anime from Big Fire Culture Studio, whose animation quality is beyond the shadow of a doubt. It is set in a world where humans and monsters coexist and work together in extraordinary ways when fighting. It focuses on the prodigious pet spirit master, where he died anomalously after being ambushed in an A-level cult promotion competition and devoured by his own pet spirit whale. After that, he found himself reincarnated as a young man named Liu Fengmang, who was imprisoned in the White Palace and had memories of his previous life. Together with his new colleagues, Liu Fengmang has a life goal of uncovering the truth about his spirit's mysterious backlash and reviving his cult's reputation, which was also in dire straits. Next up is Heaven Official's Blessing short film, a 4th anniversary celebration that highlights the first meeting of Hua Cheng and Xie Lian. Although it runs under 10 minutes, this show provides a remedy for the nostalgia of Heaven Official's Blessing lovers with a distinctive fight that is very intentional and designed with high-quality animation movements that are certainly a pleasure for the audience. The last mention is also the anime movie called Dragonheart's Adventure Beyond This World, with the concept of an adventure of two teenagers who were declared dead when swept away by the rushing river into an alternate world. Fortunately, their encounter with a dragon and a mysterious old man gives them hope that they can be brought back to life by exploring the spirit world and finding their mission in life. This otherworldly adventure beyond the unknown world and outside of human logic, with one terrifying thing after another, and it's part of horrific repetitive torture when people's life is taken for granted. Born in a slum with a strong empathy for the people suffering there, Xenos was determined to master various healing techniques and formulate potions to give hope and save the lives of those on the edges of society. However, his group of adventurers did not appreciate Xenos' weak fighting ability as a healer. and he was cast out as useless. Not discouraged, he decided to open an underground clinic in a slum area inhabited by 3 hostile gangs of half-human beings. Xenos' true strength was his remarkable ability to analyze problems sharply, enabling him to perform fast and effective healing magic. It didn't take long for proof that his extraordinary healing skills immediately attracted the attention of many people, even to the royal palace. This fantasy adventure anime provides a unique medical theme, but gives a satisfying touch of smooth fight movement and fulfills the audience's desire for high-quality action. If you previously liked similar anime such as Parallel World Pharmacy and The Wrong Way to Use Healing Magic, this anime will certainly be the best choice that you must to watch. An anime that tells the story of a demon hunter that seeks revenge, and a classic historical story that impresses with a more mature and darker tone than Kimetsu no Yaiba. In a remote mountain village, Jinta, a young warrior who is a talented candidate to protect the temple and the shrine maiden named Itsukihime from the threat of a mysterious demon and has been tasked with protecting the latest Itsukihime, who is none other than Shirayuki, the girl he has loved since childhood. Meanwhile, the mysterious demon comes and provokes Suzune, Jinta's little sister, who has cursed eyes and is the perfect vessel to resurrect the most dangerous demon lord. In a tragedy that occurred one night, Jinta's view of what will happen in the future and the destiny of the place where he lives is in his hands from the threat of the existence of demons. From the Edo to the Heisei era, this great Japanese fantasy series follows a man with the power of a demon curse who adventures through time while constantly questioning the meaning of wielding the demon hunter's sword. Produced by Big Firebird Animation in collaboration with Kwaiken Manhwa and Aiki Animation, Supercube offers stunning fight scenes and displays a deep understanding of action rivaled by the latest popular shonen anime. Follow the story of Wang Xiaoshu, an ordinary student whose teenage life changed drastically after receiving a mysterious box from a cosmic civilization. Triggered by extraordinary power when facing the bullying of a school gang led by Sun Jun, where he felt jealous after his crush declared her feelings for Wang Xiaoshu. With her intelligence and agility, Wang Xiaoshu can adapt and utilize the power of the Supercube to overcome the problem. But it attracts the attention of a mysterious organization that has superpowers and is also looking for the secret of the cube. The protagonist begins to realize that he has a greater purpose. No longer just a victim of circumstance, he will continue to step forward to protect those around him, using his abilities to fight injustice and uncover the hidden purpose of the superpower cube. Thank you for watching until the end. We hope you enjoyed it, and please leave a like if you enjoyed this video. The next update will be part of the new Spring 2025 anime series, which will highlight the best action anime with outstanding fight choreography and high-quality animation. Have a nice day, everyone. I'm signing out, and peace.